So day six, feeling pretty decent. Um, we got like about 7.5 hours of sleep. So I should try to get more sleep. But so far, I feel throughout the day my energy levels are really good. And I think a lot of that is because I'm getting daylight by sitting here, and I'm also working out, which is important. I get an energy boost after my midday workout. So yeah, feeling pretty good. I have a lot of stuff to do today. I have a lot of meetings, a lot of projects, a lot of deadlines. So yeah, hopefully next week will be more time to focus on actually growing the business and client acquisition. Right now it's a lot about just retention and optimizing um, the client results, building systems and procedures for making sure that the results are always good. So that's been my focus this week. Next week I will go more over to focusing on actually growing my business and getting more clients and bigger clients. So yeah. So a quick tip, I'm just working now, and something that I have learned over the last year is when hiring people for my business, and mostly now I'm just hiring freelancers to help me out with projects because things take way too much time if I have to do all of them, and I might as well just hire an expert in whatever field that I need expertise in and get them to do the changes, improvements, projects that I want them to do. So right now, this week, I've been working on hiring a video editor for myself and my clients, and and I'm also working on hiring a conversion rate optimization specialist. So basically, someone to just help me with optimizing my clients' websites and conversion rates, because optimizing the website is absolutely essential if you want to have profitable results with any kind of advertising, digital advertising these days. So that's one thing that I'm hiring for. And one tip that I have when hiring, it's not fun to hire people, especially like hiring freelancers that sit in Pakistan or India or whatever, and they're not part of your team, but they're a part of your team, but it's a remote team, right? And it's not super fun to do that process. And it takes a lot of time, and you have to have a lot of meetings and go through and read through their profiles. But what I have found is do not rush the process, because every time I just want to get it done and just hire someone, and I don't spend the necessary amount of time to research and have a meeting with them and really look through their quality and expertise, I've always ended up hiring someone that I can't really use, and then I have to go and do the process all over again. So do it one time, but do it really well, is my tip, and also something that have helped me a lot. Recently I've had a few projects that I've been hiring for, and I spent a lot more effort and time on hiring, but now I have a person that's really good that I like to work with, which is efficient, and I can always go back and access that person after I found them. And long term, you can even hire them full time onto my team. So don't, like, some things you can do quick and not as well, but one thing, if you run a business, hiring, you have to spend a lot of time doing it right, because you only want to do it once per position, or you at least you want to minimize the amount of times you have to hire for the same position. So that's my tip. Right now I'm onboarding as conversion rate optimization specialist. I'm doing a trial project. So that's also one thing you can do if you're not really sure who to hire. Just do one project with them, see how it is, see how well they work, how responsive they are, and if you like working with them, continue working with them. if it's not to the standard that you want, just cut them out immediately and start the process again. Look for someone else. There's no need to spend time and money and resources on someone who is not to the standard, or that does not deliver the standard on quality that you want. So that's my tip. Another tip is to, if you can, pay extra to get better quality. Don't do the mistake that I did in the beginning and try to find someone who's really cheap. Obviously, sometimes you have to find cheap people, and for some projects that might be fine, but for a lot of projects, it underpaying is just gonna end up resulting in less profit for you ultimately. So by paying someone who's really good, you can just hire someone once because they're good. They're gonna always deliver the quality that you want because they get paid enough. They can allocate more of their time and focus to you because you pay them more than probably a lot of other people. And that will ultimately just be better for you. You can focus on other more valuable tasks in your business. So yeah, quick tip. So now I'm gonna do a few more hours of work, and I'm probably gonna go out for a run as well, and then come back, do some stretching, do some meditation, maybe eat or work a bit more. I'm also gonna upgrade my setup here. The chair and the desk is not really as comfortable as I want it to be. So that's one thing that I invested in, the most expensive chair and one of the most expensive desks from IKEA. So that should be delivered today, so I'm hoping that they will come soon. So yeah. Out for a little run, and I felt like not listening to anything actually today. Usually I listen to some podcast or something, and I started one podcast, but felt a bit like I had too much information in my head and I needed to just process and needed a bit of silence. And I think sometimes it can be uncomfortable to just have silence and just yourself and your thoughts, but ultimately I think it's really important. So you check in with yourself and you ask yourself questions and reflect on what you're doing and making sure you're doing what's right for you. So don't be afraid of silence. I think it's very underrated. And yeah, quick tip. So I'm gonna stop filming now and just talk to myself for a bit. So just wrapped up a day of work. It's Friday today, so feeling pretty good. I'm not gonna take a break on the weekend, but obviously my clients, a lot of them do take breaks on weekends, so that gives me more time to just focus on other tasks that can help me grow my business and also spend less time in meetings and just go really deep into other projects. So I'm looking forward to that. Today was not that interesting. I had a lot of, or at least a few interviews for the positions that I'm hiring for. Also did a client meeting and a lot of client work. So yeah, not that much got done today, but that's fine. Not every day is going to be as productive. Also got a new desk, really big desk right here, and a new really quality chair that I'm going to assemble tomorrow. So the most expensive desk, and not the most expensive desk, but definitely the most expensive chair that you get on IKEA. But it's super comfortable. I have the same in my apartment, but I want to have one here as well. So one thing that I would recommend not saving your money on if you're trying to grow your business is desk and chair and other things that you need, such as a really good computer, good phone, etc. Those kind of tools that you need to be productive and to be able to sit for many hours and work. That's almost always worth the investment. So I did hesitate a lot by buying another set of expensive desks and chairs, but yeah, since I'm going to be spending a lot of time here, I was like, I have to spend that money because I can't sit in an uncomfortable chair for 60 days. So yeah, don't save your money on that. Save your money on stupid shit like alcohol and parties and clothes and shoes that you don't need. That's where you save your money. Don't save your money on stuff that will actually grow yourself and your business. So